Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of 5 Minute Fitness. In this episode, I'm going to be talking all about 3 secrets for muscle size. If you want to grow muscles, you're in the right place. I promise you that. So, I've got 3 points to cover. I'm going to try and be as quick as I can. I've got a lot of ground to cover, so I don't know if you maybe want to take some notes, but you can always come back and find this video or podcast just to rewatch it again if you forget anything. So, the first thing is how to train. I want to know, do you just show up at the gym and just do whatever exercises look good to you? Do you just pick your favorite machines, or you just do whatever is next to you? Maybe you climb into the hip adductor machine and then next to you is concentration curls or something like that. That's not a plan. Maybe you say, okay, well, I know, I just do all the back exercises, and then the next time I come, I do all of the leg exercises. That's not necessarily a good enough plan either. So you need to show up with a clear step-by-step plan for that workout. You need to follow some sort of a program that includes a list of the following, right? So number one, foundational strength exercises. You need to do big compound movements, squats, bench presses, pull-ups, the classic strength exercises. And you might say, well, I'm training for hypertrophy. All right, that's good. But you need to have a base foundation of strength underneath your training for hypertrophy. There's only a certain amount of muscle size you can gain without building strength first. And building strength is definitely going to help you to gain muscle in the long term. So the second thing is vertical and horizontal training. If you're just doing pull-ups and then lat pull downs, but you're not doing any sort of rows, or you're not doing cable exercises for your back, you need to be doing vertical and horizontal training. You need to switch it up. You need to attack the muscles from all the different angles, all the different functions. Then the third thing is single limb exercises. That helps you get rid of the imbalances. So you might be bench pressing, and without realizing it, you're using your left side more than your right side. Now, you're growing on the left side, but not your right side, or you're just squatting and you're not realizing that you're pushing off your right leg more than your left leg. So that's why it's important to do single limb exercises. And if you've never done those before, it's definitely going to be a new stimulus and you're going to feel a load that you've never really felt before. So I would definitely recommend doing that. Then number 4, include cable exercises, dumbbell exercises, barbell exercises, and banded exercises. And the point of that is because they all have different strength curves. So we know that if you're doing a barbell curl, the most difficult part of that exercise is going to be somewhere in the middle of it. But if you're using a band, it's going to be the most difficult at the top of the exercise. So the more different types of equipment and the different types of strength curves that you use, the easier it's going to be for your body to grow muscles. So number 5 is, on top of all of this, you need to switch the order of all your exercises in your workout. So if every time you go to the gym, you do the exact same exercises in the exact same order, that's going to be limiting your gains. You also need to switch the exercises up completely. So if you just stick to the same 5 exercises, you do squats, then you do lunges, and even if you switch it all around in a different order, you need to try out new exercises, things that you've never done before, because your body gets it gets muscle memory, and it makes it harder for your muscle to get a new stimulus. You always need to trick your muscles. You always need to try and come at it from a different angle. Surprise yourself. So, and I know if this sounds complicated, it's because it is. And if you really want to take it serious, this is how you need to understand the importance of training, because there's only a certain amount of gains that you can make without understanding the importance of each of these things. But if you're not at the level where you understand all of these things and you know how to apply them all, it doesn't matter, okay? If you're just starting out, what matters most is effort. And that brings me to secret number 2, which is effort. Even if you don't have a plan and you do your buns and guns workout, it is a new stimulus for you. And if you're really putting in effort, you can grow muscle from that for sure. Minimal, because you're not using all the other techniques, but you can grow muscle from that. So the most important thing is always going to be effort. Even if you have a super special scientific plan, if you aren't bringing your best effort, you're not going to grow. If you stop at 10 reps, but you could have done 12 just because your program told you to stop at 10, then you're leaving gains on the table, guys. None of this, I have 3 sets left, so I'm saving myself. That's rubbish. If you're saving yourself, then your gains are saving themselves for somebody else who actually really wants them. You have to work for your muscles. You have to work for your gains. This isn't easy. If it was easy, everyone would do it. If you're training volume, maybe you're doing 10 sets of 10. It's an old German volume technique, but each set of 10 is still supposed to hurt like hell. It's still supposed to be really difficult. You're not supposed to get to 10 and feel like, it's a bunch of warm-up sets. It's really supposed to be high effort, high intensity all the time, regardless of what type of training you're doing. Effort is like the number one thing that people should focus on when they're just starting out. Secret number 3, recovery. I can't focus enough on how important the 23 hours are outside of the gym. It doesn't matter if you're training hard with a plan, if you don't have enough sleep, if you aren't feeding yourself proper nutrition, if you aren't staying hydrated, if you aren't managing your stress. Okay, with regards to sleep, try to get minimum 7 hours, if not more even, the most you can possibly get, because the more you recover, the more you're giving your body a chance to grow and come back and attack the muscles again the next day. But if you're not giving yourself enough time to rest and actually repair the muscles that you've damaged in the gym, then you're going to be limiting yourself with regards to gains. With nutrition, protein, carbs, vegetables and fruits, fats. That's all I really have to say, guys. Supplements are very important because you're not going to be able to get absolutely all the nutrients you can from just a really good diet, but they aren't necessary. I made a whole separate episode on supplements if you want to check that out. But if you're struggling with how much food to eat, just adjust as you go along. If you feel like you're picking up a bit of body fat because you're eating a bit too much food, then dial it down a bit. If you feel like you're getting a bit too skinny and you're not gaining enough muscle, pick the amount of volume up again. So then number 3, hydration. Muscles are something like 60% water. So you need water for so many reasons. I also made another episode on hydration, so you should definitely check that out. And then number 4, stress. Stress sends chemicals through your body and you go into survival mode, meaning your body conserves energy and muscles are inefficient because they burn a lot of energy. So if you're stressed out, your body doesn't know what's going on. It sends chemicals through your body and doesn't want to grow muscles because muscles use a lot of energy. That's also why people pick up a lot of weight when they're stressed out. It's because your body's trying to conserve all of its energy because it's in survival mode. So in conclusion, I know all of this sounds complicated, but I promise it doesn't have to be. You can start not knowing anything like most of us do. When I first started, I knew nothing about switching up your workouts. I knew nothing about the importance of nutrition. I just ate normal foods and I just did whatever exercises I felt like. And that's how we all start. It's okay, you're a beginner. That's how it works. If you have a proper plan and a strategy from the start, you're definitely going to be able to maximize that. But it doesn't matter if you don't know all of these things. It doesn't matter if you don't yet understand. The number one thing is to just start. Imagine your lifestyle, waking up feeling well rested and energized. Imagine looking in the mirror and actually being proud of what you see. Imagine all the compliments from the people that you know, or your friends, your family, and being able to help other people. Imagine that feeling. So you need to start before any of that can actually happen. I believe in you and I believe that you can make it happen, guys. Don't stop, don't quit, keep learning, keep trying your best, and you will gain muscle. You will lose weight. You will reach your goals. So thank you so much, and I'll be back here tomorrow.